approaching Carew, French Guiana from the sea. The Les Roches Hotel is on the right side of the Carew River. It's a nice hotel for this part of the world anyway, complete with a cafeteria and a bar. And you can step out of the hotel onto this very nice beach. French Guiana contained the world's most horrible prisons, which collectively became known as Devil's Island. These prisons were located north of here at Saint Laurent. On these three islands, as viewed from our hotel, and here where our hotel now stands. Although most of the local prison buildings were demolished, the Dreyfus Tower still stands. It was used to communicate with the islands via Morse code. Early colonization in the 18th century failed because about half of the early pioneers died within a year after arriving here. It's due to fevers and a variety of illnesses. The town of Carew didn't amount to much until around the 1850s, when the prisons were founded, slavery was abolished, and gold was discovered. This palm tree I find interesting, but I haven't been able to find anybody that knows anything about it. But if we move around in this direction, you can see that all the branches appear to lay in one plane, as if it had been ironed. The French Foreign Legion has a base here. Their purpose is to protect the Space Center. Although a bit rustic, this is a club for the Legionnaires. North of the town of Carew is the Ariane Space Center. This is where we will be working for the next few weeks. We will service our spacecraft in this building, and then it'll be launched on an Ariane booster from here. The French escape suits are pretty much the same as those that we used at Cape Canaveral, but in this case we're dragging around a air hose instead of carrying the liquid air on our backs. It's very similar to deep sea or hard hat diving. The various procedures are sometimes complicated, and mistakes can be very hazardous and costly. So there's usually a couple of engineers in the control room to read the procedure and direct the activities in a safe way. For lunch, we often went to this place that we just called the Tin Shed for obvious reasons. Like many of the restaurants in the Caribbean, it is mostly a roof with no walls. Of course, the menu took some study with a French book in hand. French Guiana lies in the Amazon rainforest. When you get away from the very few towns along the coast, you get into very dense jungle. In many places it is impenetrable. Up there I think is a termite nest. Termite pod, I guess they call it. There's kind of a noisy bird in there. I guess you can hear him. The birds are very colorful. They always fly past before I can get my camera ready. It's all bright colors. There's parrots here. I haven't seen any parrots, but they are very commonly photographed. This is Tarzan's downfall. He couldn't make a choice. Monkey Mountain Trail. We'll go quietly from here on to keep from scaring away the wildlife. There's a monkey in there. Maybe I can sneak up on him. No, that's not a monkey either. I don't know what that is. Anyway, here's a monkey. I think my videotaping is failing because of the humidity. Mosquitoes are terrible. I seem to be getting into quicksand here. So I think I'll give this up and try to find my way back out. lot of this kind of tree. I think they call it ironwood. Many of these people are superstitious, and I'm told they don't want their souls captured by a camera. For a small fee, I was able to get permission from the Saramacca chief to take pictures of his village, but that didn't include the people. The blacks were imported from Africa as slaves, but they soon escaped into the jungle. Because the jungle is so similar to Africa, they survived very well and formed tribes, mainly the Boni and the Saramacca. Does anybody speak English?
I have you.
It's a video camera. In this case, a few Franks overcame the religious beliefs.
Hey, big man. Come look. Sandy there. Don't